All right, all right. So, is there any particular questions you guys want me to go through at the moment? Because I know that this is open season at the moment. Give me a question and I'll see if I can get. Otherwise, if you have some questions, just want me to talk through something, I'm happy to talk through. Otherwise, I can pull a question from the old papers and go through from that as well. Let me know what you guys want to do. The ones with Z, with like Z in it. All right, so you want to do a couple of normal distribution questions. Okay. Let's do a couple of real straightforward questions, eh? So 2019. Hold caller because this is now gonna take time to generate. Questions. Yep. Just loading the questions. Hold on, team. This is 19th. All right, so here's the first question, and again, this is gonna start very easy, and then we'll jump through and do a few trickier ones after that. So first question for you folks. I'm only gonna give you like 2 to 3 minutes. Nightlife, I was planning to do it today, but I was like, I'm gonna be too disruptive to people, so I'm thinking I might, I don't know when to do it. Like, I need to do it because I want to try and get this t-shirts out. I've got the vinyl. I've got everything ready to go. I even got the post bags and stickers all ready to go. I literally just need people to send it to. What direction we do Friday? We can do Friday, but tomorrow I'm down in Whangarei. I mean, I could do it tomorrow night, but again, I don't want to interrupt people when they're studying. Oh, you're welcome, Daniel. Like, literally, my 3D printer has been like non-stop printing that. I've just exhausted it. No, I don't, Abby, unfortunately. All right, team, come on. Throw me some answers. We've done these types of questions before. Point 1. Damn. How'd you get 0.1? All right, let's go through this question here. 0.288. Oh my goodness. Have I written the question wrong somewhere here? All right, let me just go through this. All right. Oh my God, we've got so many different answers. You're scaring me, folks. I mean, this is an achieved question. We've got like about 4 different answers. All right, let's go through this, okay? So the first question is finding the probability between 500 to 550. So what I'm going to do is always draw a diagram. All right, and this is a really good idea to draw the diagram, because when you draw the diagram, you're showing the marker, you know what you're doing. So I'm going to put down 520 in the middle there, which is the mean, and the standard deviation is 25 grams. I'm looking for between 500 and 550. So I'm pretty much looking for this thing here. Now, here are some of the tips that's actually worth knowing, all right? So you can pretty much do this in the graphics calculator. You don't need to use the tables, but what's good is showing the Z value. It's always a good idea. So in your graphics calculator, I think you got to go down to stat mode. Once you go to stat mode, you go into distributions, which is F5, click on normal, and then click on NCD, I think. Yeah, it is NCD. Now, here is what we're going to do. We're going to do variable. We're going to go to lower, and we're going to put in 500. We're going to go upper, put 550. Standard deviation is 25, and the mean is 520. Now, sometimes I get into the habit of putting the mean here and the standard deviation here. Even if you make that mistake, it doesn't matter, because it's like it'll come up with some really weird answer, and that's how you know you've done something. Putting it together, as you can see, yes. Oh my God, what are the odds of me getting an answer that's 0.67? Good Lord, I can't get rid of this number, can I? Like, there's 4 digits, all right? Like 4-digit probabilities, and it's like, come on, man, this is insane. Yep. Okay, so the thing that I was going to suggest to you was like putting the Z value here as negative 0.8 and the other Z value here as 1.2 as well. Yes. So the probability of 500 less than X less than 550, you can write it like this if you want. Negative 0.8 less than Z less than 1.2 equals to, yes, you heard it right here, 0.67. You know, I don't want to even write the rest of the numbers. Well, yeah, we can try and do a probability. Jeffrey, we can do it manually, but it's gonna take a long time, man. Like, because I mean, you've got to go to the probability trees, right? So see how this is 0.8 and 1.2. So what you have to do is, where is it? Yeah, you kind of have to go here and look at 0.8 first, which is the 0.2881. Then you've got to do 1.2 and see those two numbers. You've got to add them up. And when you add them up, of course, you're going to end up getting that probability. Okay, so my next question is, part 2 of this question is weighing more than 560 grams. Algebraic probability trees, I think I did that in part 4 of level 2 probability playlist. So I don't know what your name is, but go to the YouTube level 2 probability in 10 hours playlist. And I think it's either part 4 or part 3. If I got another 0.067, I would have just thrown myself out. Be like, that's it, I'm done, I'm going home. Wait, I'm home. Like, I'm gonna go to sleep. Maybe what I should do is, like, one time I should actually just ask ChatGPT to come up with all the questions with answers of 6, 7 in it. All right, let's go through number 2 here. Number 2. We're asked to find more than 560 grams. So once again, I'm going to draw my diagram. 520 is here, 560 is here. And what I'm looking for is this part here. Then what I do is, now this is the one, it's interesting, right? Because like in the calculator, I would put my lower limit as 560. But my upper limit, and this is where that, we were talking about this earlier, you know, that whole plus or minus 3 standard deviation covers 99%. So theoretically, if we go, what is it, 25 times 3 is 75. Now 75 is, that's going to cover 99. But you can actually just add 100 to that 520 and you should pretty much have all of it. But let's just check it out. Usually what I tell students to do is like put down like 1 exponent 10 or something like that, something ridiculous, right? So when we do this, we actually get a probability of 0.0547. Now, if I had done 4 standard deviations, 620, I wonder what I'd get. I'm just curious. 546762. 6762. Oh no, okay, so I don't want to go 4 standard deviation. I probably want to go a bit higher. And I think that's why I put like some ridiculously large number. So then the probability will become 0.0547. Now, again, what I would do is I'd write this as x is greater than 560. Then I would write the z value. Z is greater than 1.6, and that's equal to 0.0547. For these normal distribution probabilities, I generally like to go with like 4 decimal places. It's just, yeah, I mean, I should really could put it as 48. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea behind it. Now, that's again an achieved question. I'm going to give you a merit question next. So for the merit question, we're going to do something like this. Bear with me, just going to copy the 19th. So this is part 3 of the question, and this is going to be a merit part of this question. So again, remember that your mean is 520 and your standard deviation is 25. Those are all the information that I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you about 3 to 4 minutes for this question. Try and work it out, and then I'll go through the answer with you, all right? There's a bit of a twofold question, this one, so yeah, but let's see how you guys go. I don't see what that's not a problem there, Bruno. You could potentially do that. Menu 552 boom answer. Hang on. What is doing that? Now, if you're having trouble starting this question, what I would suggest to you is sketch a diagram and then go from there. But you've got to use inverse normal for this one. So we've been using like the normal distribution curve to find the probability. This time we've been given the probability and we've got to actually work backwards. I got 41. Close, Speedy. Why have we got 487 though? We got 488. Was it? Check your decimals, Speedy, for your 487. Yeah, I think if you nightlife, I like that answer better, but I think again, you want to keep it. Do we need to keep it a whole numbers? No, it doesn't say anything about that. All right, so let's go through this one, right? So basically what happens is with this one, we've got, again, normal distribution graph. Nothing changes here so far. 520 and 25. Now, it's going to say the heaviest 5% and the lightest 10%. Basically, this is your heaviest 5%. And this is your lightest 10%. So what you have got here is you've got this value as 0.05 and this value as 0.10. So what we need to do is we kind of need to use inverse normal to figure out each one of these values and then work backwards. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to go to the calculator and go into menu, stat mode. Now remember how we did the normal distribution and then we did NCD. So in this case we are going to go with inverse n. So when we go to inverse n, now this is where, you know, and I think I spent a good hour on this on session 4 of the level 2 probability playlist. But basically in this case I'm going to look at the right side of the right side, and it's going to become 0.05, and my standard deviation is 25 and my mean is 520. So that's already done there, and if I press enter I get my inverse normal, which is 561. So basically this value here is going to be 561.12. And likewise, if I go the other way, and if I go to the left side and change that to 0.1, because that's 10%, I am going to get 487.96. Now, in terms of the exams, like I just want to have a look through this. Give me 1 second. (2019). Now we can't just get the answers from the calculator and just kind of put through this and be like, yep, we're done and dusted, right? What we need to do is we kind of, I'm not actually scared to say this, but I think we got to kind of a little bit mess around with the marker a bit just to show them that we actually know what we're doing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a wrap around decimal. Nightlife, that's a great question. I think you could round it up here, but I would almost, because it's working in grams, I don't know, I'd probably leave it in like at least 1 or 2 decimal places. James Minton, 100% agree with what your maths teacher said. Just watching it is not enough. You've got to actually do the questions with me as well. I think he is, yeah, 100% right about that one. Nightlife, no, these questions were from 2019. I've just put it through ChatGPT to generate different types of questions. That's all. So what I would say is when you guys get this, now I know that we did this in the calculator in like 2 minutes, but a really good idea to do is if you want to, you could do this, and I would recommend doing it, is I would actually write down the Z value here. So I would actually put the mean as 0 and the standard deviation as 1 and do something like this. So you know how we did it with 5 and 25? I would actually replace that with 1 and 0. And so here I've got negative 1.28, and then on the other side, because that was actually right side and the probability was 0.05, I'm going to put this as 1.644. So in other words, I can actually say Z equals to X. So I would literally just copy this formula from the formula sheet, and I would just put a negative 1.28 equals X minus 520 divided by 25. And then on the other side, I'd have 1.644 equals X minus 520 over 25. And then what I would do, I'll just write down X equals to 487.96. And here, I would write it as 561.12. So theoretically, you've shown some sort of working, even though you smashed this in the calculator. Yeah, Jerry, I mean, like, look, you can actually do this question without a graphics calculator, but it will take you a long time. And I think if you're someone that's doing like 3 standards, you've got to start kind of going, where can I save a little bit of time and know absolutely sure that I can actually get the question. Speedy boy, just yell out at a number. Like, I'm gonna put some numbers, line number. Obviously, you got this part correct. So 2, 3, 4. Tell me which lines you did not understand. So line 3, what I did was, you know how we find, this formula is actually given to us to find Z values. All right, so anytime you want to find a Z value, you would go take whatever the X value is, and then you subtract it with 520 divided by 25. But when we're going backwards, when we're doing inverse normal, we have the Z value. So we've got the Z value here. What we don't have is we don't actually have this value. And even though we have it from the calculator, we're trying to show the marker that, hey, look, I found the Z value, then I put it in this equation and I rearranged it and I got this value. Well, when you already have that answer right from the beginning. The X represents these things here. So remember that this is the first X value. This is the second X value. So from going back from the original, how to find Z? So for Z, if you look at my calculator, all I did was I changed the standard deviation to 1 and the mean to 0. Because if we want to find the X value, you would just go, standard deviation was 25 and the mean is 520. So this is now, we've put the X value and we've got the X, what the original X value is going to be, 561. But if you want the Z value, then you put the standard deviation as 1, mean as 0, and that'll give you the Z value. So Z value and the X value are the same things, but they're like the two different. Okay, you got it. Sweet. Nightlife, just because of looking at the latest exam papers, I just want to go back to 2024. 2024 91267. Hang on. 91267. So what I want to show you is this. So they did an inverse. Man, where is it? Give me 1 second. I just want to add the source here, desktop capture. All right, here we go. This was from last year's exam paper. So look at how they did the inverse normal. What we can do is we generally put the 7.04 straight in the calculator, right? Because we would just put that in the calculator and get that answer straight away. But what you have to do is you kind of put this 0.12, which is the probability. Then they get the Z value, which is negative 1.175. So they just write that as it is. And then they write the X. Now, if you look at the actual merit, some evidence of working using formula or clearly labeled diagram must be shown. So you could potentially get away with the diagram, I guess, but you got to have some evidence of working. That's why I always say with normal distribution, if you use the diagram, most of the time you should be okay. Like if you look at the original normal distribution questions, they're just looking for probability. So you don't even need to draw diagrams for the achieved ones. But again, get into good habit, just draw the diagram and then you're good to go, because then you've got some evidence to show the marker that you actually know what you're doing. Folks, look, that's pretty much it for today because I just wanted to do a couple of questions. But what we're going to do is, because I've got to drive, I got to get up very early tomorrow. I've got to drive to Whangarei. So sorry, Spitty boy. Tomorrow I've got no tutorials because I'm driving back from Whangarei, so I'm gonna be exhausted by the time I get home. And if I'm good, then I probably will do level 3, or even do like a level 1 catch up. But like, oh, Spitty, are you in Whangarei? Are you in Pomp? Alpha, I think I've chucked it on. Let me just check if it's on the. Oh, damn, it's not. Ah, bugger. All right, let me just give me 1 second, Alpha. Let me just. I thought I actually put this all in the stream, but it's not. But maybe it's in my. Let me just check videos. Alpha, if you go to the level 2 probability 2024 exam paper, in the description, my link to the OneNote is there. Ah, stupid TikTok. Yes, I'm still here. Xn equals n times the solid now I'm cooked. N times p, that looks like binomial distribution, mean of binomial distribution. Is that right, Kate? When is next level probability 2? Probably not till Wednesday next week. Not this week, next week, because we've got algebra and then calculus, and I usually go through the rounds between that. Oh yeah, thank you, Dilot. Does it have the latest website as well? Because not the website, what do you call it? Did I put the new link there, or is it all my old ones? Oh damn, I didn't put the new one yet. Okay. D-Lot, I'll actually add the new one in there as well. That's the old 2023 one, but how do I add the new one? I'll figure it out. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. So team, like basically all of my notes, I can't actually add that on TikTok because I don't know why I can't add links on TikTok, even though it's my own stream. But all of my notes is available. It is in where should I put it? If you want to find out where it is, let me just go here. I'll just show you where it's. Too much work. I need an assistant. Level 2 probability. All right, let me show you, folks. All right. So if you go, maybe I should just chuck it up on the main channel. I'll see if I can add it somewhere here. If not, if you go into the probability video, like right there, the infinity plus 1 note is there. You can click on it, and that pretty much gives you access to all of my notes, all of my, what do you call it, exam papers. Everything is in there from I don't know how long. So yeah, you can always catch up from there. Jeffrey, I do, but what is it? What was the one that I was playing today with my kid? I was playing Rocket League today with him. I enjoy that, and then not Pokemon Go, TCG, and then Settlers of Catan. I've actually set up my, I try to set up my video capture card so I can actually do that if I want to, but again, just haven't actually done it. By the way, when you guys reckon we should do the Halloween t-shirt on Friday or sometime earlier, like tomorrow? I mean, I've got enough time to make it and send it to you guys before Halloween. Speedy boy, there's a form that'll come up very soon, and you're more than welcome to just It usually works on like it's not just you got to show up to win as well. You can't just enter and just leave. Friday, Nightlife says Friday. Nightlife, you entered before in the original one, right? Speedy boy, depends on probability. Yeah, the glow in the dark one. Because those people that entered before the original date, I'm gonna do a special one for you guys, and then let everybody else in. So I think there was only like 30 people for that one. So you've got a. Chris, I'm trying to look at it. There was like 40. There's only 41 people that's actually in there at the moment. Chris, I remember your. Well, actually, wait. I've got your code here. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even know that, Speedy boy. Which school are you at? Yeah, so the Friday one, we're gonna do. There's only 30 people for that one, so that's 5. So you got a very good chance there, Nightlife. What is I see. Yeah, so you got a very good chance, and then after that, oh yeah, now I remember. Yeah, after that we've got like, and then I'll open it up to everybody else. Just because, Hasi, you guys actually registered well before that 1st of October, and I got sick and I couldn't do it. But yeah, we'll do it on Friday. We'll do Friday. Actually, I wanted to bring it over to show you guys, but the light is always kind of blocking it. I don't know, next year, I guess. If they allow me. If they invite me back. You got this, Fern. You got this. You should be fine. Right, if you're a prefect, then you can organize the visits. But my only request, Speedy Boy, is don't make it like we've got to have a bit more time, because I felt really bad not being able to kind of have a chat with people, and I just felt it was so rushed in eggs. Just because usually I spend time with people having a yarn, and this time I couldn't do any of that. I had the whole morning free for you folks, but in the end they were like, "Oh, no, we just need you to come at 12:20, 12:20, I think it was," and I was like, "Okay, all right." I've been good, Minties. I really need to head to bed because I gotta wake up at 4. I gotta wake up early morning. Fun, if you are a prefect or a student leader next year, you should organize that with your DP. I loved it, Carter. It was good fun being there. I've got a few of my colleagues that I know people there, so it was really nice going back and seeing some of them there. What is with this? Where you're not happy with the normal distribution being 0.67? When is level 1? We're doing it on Tuesday. Dan Arden, don't worry. Every year I always get people finding this channel at the last minute. No worries, Kutapan. I think I don't know if my old OneNotes are working, so... Oh, Minties, you don't need to do that. I don't know, Jack. What are you good at? Because, like, I find calculus more straightforward. Speedy Boy, what is your actual name? You can't just be like doing that. 21 note. Yep. Sorted. Hey Dan, what school are you at? I'm good, Runny 2. I don't even know who this is, but I'm guessing this is someone from OJC because they usually call me Subhash. There you go. Shout out, Spotty. Oh, Elam in Mount Albert. No, I didn't even know there was an Elam in Mount Albert, Dan. Favorite thing about it is I can make mistakes and consistently make mistakes and figure it out. YS, we did do level 3 concepts, I think on Thursday night, if I remember correctly. All right, there you go. Shout out to Speedy Boy. Be happy. Background, Kuttapan, I'm from Tamil Nadu, so from India. I should show you guys. I don't know where I put the merch for tomorrow. Where is it? Ah, here it is. Like, literally, that's like a bag of tokens, and I got one t-shirt that I got to deliver, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Yes, YS. I think once we get rid of the level 2s, with all due respect, I'll be spending some time doing level 3 calc excellence questions leading up to the exam. So it'll probably be like every second night or every night. And of course, we got to keep the level 1s happy as well, because their exam is the last one. Toby, next year, if you're a prefect or a student leader, yeah, sort it out. I'll be keen. Shavir, will there be an Algebra 1 live? Yes, but there's also lots of old tutorials that you can always catch up, man. So, easy, Dan. That's not a problem. Jeffrey, this Friday we're doing the Halloween t-shirt giveaway. Glow in the dark Infinity Plus 1 t-shirt. Coming this Friday. What I got to do, pass the bare minimum for level 2 calculus. Ryan, there's a level 2 calculus in 10 hours playlist. Watch it in double speed in 5 hours. You're good to go. And I think you'd get an achieved with that. Max, I think more than me, you should be proud of yourself. Well, when would the giveaways be? Nightlife, I'm hoping Friday night. I will, once I lock it in, then it's like I have to do it. So Friday, your guys will be first. So the 30 of you that registered well before, you guys get first dibs at that 5 t-shirts. So 35, so it's a 1 in 6 chance of winning for you, Nightlife. But then after that, we'll open it up for everybody else. Mincy's, you're asking the worst person for taking notes in maths in uni, considering I failed 5 years. That's okay, Speedy Boy. You can win this shit. You gotta. Actually, wait. Let me just put the survey up here while. Oh no, I can't post any links on TikTok, man. This is dumb. Jeffrey, I'll share the link on. Where's the blimmin' thing? Copy responder link. Yeah, I'll chuck it up on YouTube. There you go, Jeffrey. Jump in there, and I'm somewhere Friday. I will sort it out. All right, team. Look, I got to get going because, yeah, it's got an early start tomorrow morning. Long drive to good old Whangarei. I have for dinner pasta. It was pasta, man. Pasta, Speedy Boy. But, yeah, take care, and if I don't see you on Monday, which very likely I won't because I'll probably be exhausted of driving that much, but I'll catch up with you on Tuesday, and then we'll actually go from there, all right? So take care, team. not long to go for the exam, so good luck, and yeah, keep those practice questions, keep it going. All right, catch you later, folks. And that's YouTube done. As always, thank you for watching, YouTube.